And we are live. What's up, beasties? It's me. It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to another episode of Beast Friends Forever. Woo! We got an awesome show today. I have not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, and on, but lots of guests here today because my guest is the Secret Scribes who just came out with this awesome anthology right here. And as you can see all around me, I've got their books because they are some of the nicest people, but also some of the most talented writers I've read. And I love all of their stuff. So I'm excited to have them here today. And I'm excited for you all to get to know them and to meet them and just to celebrate this awesome anthology that they worked together so hard on, being out in the wild. So without further ado, let's bring them on right now. Here we go. Boom, 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 and boom. Bill is having some technical difficulties, but he is here. We just can't see his handsome face. Oh, and here we go in the chat. We've got another Secret Scribe, GJ Terral. What's up, man? Sorry you couldn't be here with us live, but we're glad that you're in the chat. Anybody that is watching and would like to leave a comment for any of the guests or me, feel free to do so, and we'll answer them. If you like to just hang out and watch, that's okay too. Another Secret Scribe is here, Bella Dunn. What's up, Bella? Thanks for being in here. And then if you're on replay, we appreciate you too. And before we get going, in the description, I've got locks and keys linked. I've got the Secret Scribes website linked. And I actually have everybody's books linked in there. So, I cheated a little. I have everybody's Amazon author page or website linked. Not every book. I was going to do that. And then I'm like, you guys wrote a lot of books.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do it like that. But if you want to check out anybody's stuff, go down in the description and check them out. Keys is here. What's up, Keys? Thanks for being here, man. Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you enjoyed during your lunch break. I like a nice daytime one, too. It's nice to do that. I've been doing more of them and not always just late at night. All right. So, you guys, this is exciting. Oh, you're a clever one, Keys. Locks and keys.
There you go.
Well played. So, actually, I think, hold on a second. I'm going to try to put Bill's picture up here. Well, no, it won't let me. Just so that Evie Mux doesn't hide R.A. Sandpiper. I was going to put Bill up there, but it's not letting me. It's not letting me shuffle things around.
I don't mind being disguised by the logo. It's okay.
Right. It's only when I click on a comment. Otherwise, it doesn't cover you up.
What do you mean, Rachel? You're our all-star.
Right?
No, I can be a faceless all-star. You know?
Faceless all-star. So I guess first, let's just talk about this anthology a little bit here. How does everybody feel having... Well, first of all, is this everybody's... If it's your first anthology you've done, raise your hand. Nice. Bill, have you been in any other ones yet?
Nope.
All right. So you were raising your hand. I felt it. So that's pretty exciting. So that leads me to even more questions because you guys haven't done this before. So take me back to the beginning. We'll talk later. I want to talk about the journey of you guys becoming a group. But for now, let's focus on the anthology. Tell me whose initial idea was this and how did it all start?
Well, I think Tom Bookbeard, I think he was looking at maybe the winter anthology that they did a couple years ago, the calendar one, and he's like, hey, we should do that. And this was right after we became the Secret Scribes. Like, we were just thinking about what kind of activities we could do that are beyond, kind of marketing related, like actually something writing related. And we're like, okay, yeah, let's do an anthology. So I think that's when it first started, just having the idea for we should do this. And that was a year and a half ago. So quite a while ago.
Yeah. But it takes a while to do something like this, right? Because everybody has to write their stories, get them ready to go, and then get them all together. Then you have just the regular book processing stuff, right? After you get everything. So how did that go with everybody else? And you guys can just kind of go in whatever order you want, but I'm just curious how you came up with idea for your short story. Did you want to link it to your other books in those same worlds? Did you have like an original idea? You're like, oh, now I can finally just try this out because it's, it doesn't have to be related to my other stuff. How did that go for everybody?
Well, I think I had about 100 ideas. Alex was great with me and had lots of patience because I was giving him idea, like doing like loads of work, and then going, "What do you think about this? I don't know if this is for a short story. It might be for something else." Because the thing is, we're used to writing. Well, I'm used to writing big books, and for me, the 10,000 word like limit.
She literally went up to the 10,000 words. She
It was all.
under.
Yeah, so I gave everyone a limit. I was like, okay, try to target about 8,000 words for your story, just so we have a reasonable sized book. No more than 10,000 words. Lorraine sent me 10,000 words on the dot several times.
Like, okay. You took that to heart.
Like, can I go over who and so is not actually using their full 10,000? Can I use some of theirs? I was like,
so many more words, honestly.
That's awesome. Hey, if you have those words, you might as well use them up.
Well, yeah, and then I had to edit them all out. So yeah,
right.
By the end of it. But yeah, it's a big challenge, and my eventual story ended up being a little bit of a character backstory to my series.
Very cool.
So that's what I ended up doing. So it was very loose locks and keys, very loose in my story. You might think, oh, but yeah, it was really fun to write, and I really I'm using that story as it's coming into book 3 now. So there's elements of that it's so I'm so glad I did it. So yeah, brilliant.
That's very cool. Nice. William's Library is here. He said he thinks 40,000 words is a novella. There
Lorraine
you go.
was trying to write novella length stuff for this anthology.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. What about you? Or do you want me to call you Rachel or R.A.?
Yeah, I probably should have put like Rachel in brackets or the other way in brackets, like what Lorraine
okay.
did. That was way more friendly.
Like to it's okay. Either one's fine with me.
Rachel's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yes, I hadn't written a short story before ever. I think that's really illogical because I think every time, like maybe similar to Lorraine, but kind of went straight in at the deep end and just started writing Pocket of Lies. And before that, I'd written one other full-length book, but I hadn't written anything shorter than a novella, and that was still like the 4th thing I wrote. So this was a bit different for me, and it was a fun exercise because obviously when I've been plotting books, I've been using sort of a Save the Cat model. I've been doing like a 3-act structure. So I found it quite fun as like a writing exercise for myself to plot it out as basically, because 8,000 words is kind of similar to like 3 chapters. So I basically did a 3-act structure with 3 chapters worth of content. It's kind of how I planned it. It was like the beginning, the middle, the end. But trying to tell like a whole story, but also you can't tell a whole story. I don't know. It was a good fun challenge. I think at the point where we decided that we wanted to write these stories, I'd already decided I wasn't going to write anything connected to my first trilogy because I just finished drafting that trilogy. I think when we were writing these, and I couldn't face it. I couldn't face writing anything else in that world at that point. And I didn't have like an obvious character backstory I wanted to tell. It probably would have made better marketing sense to have written something connected to existing worlds to like get people trying to read the next thing, but I just didn't want to. So it was really fun. I think when we first talked about it, as Alex said, like right at the start of the formation of the group, when we were still deciding what we wanted to do, it took maybe 4 or 5 months before we actually decided what the theme was going to be and all started writing. And I think it was a mixture of people sort of disappearing into a hole and then coming back with a finished story, and some which was a bit more back and forth. I was definitely like a whole disappearer. So it was interesting to see how different people approached that as a project.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I'd say any short story is still marketing for your other stuff, because if they read it and they love it, they're going to want to go read your other things. So I wouldn't worry about it not being super connected to your other trilogy. But that's kind of like
fundamental what we wanted out of this kind of more than having interesting stories is, so that people could come and this is a good place to see, okay, well, what are the Secret Scribes about? What are the different styles of the different scribes? And if you resonate with those kinds of writing techniques, then you can go and pick up their other series regardless of what the story was in here. So I'm hoping we did a good job. I think some of our reviews have been pretty positive, and everyone seems to really like the different stories. So I think we're successful in our goal there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wide range of like ideas, which I think is really cool. So like the locks and keys part. Well, hold on. Before I get to that, you guys got to answer too. Alex, what about you? How did you decide on your short story?
Yeah, so actually I was at the museum with my wife looking at Edo period art. They have woodblock print art in Japan in the Edo period, and it was a lot of like pomp and samurai and a lot of like political maneuvering around the ruling class that was kind of dwindling at the time, and kind of the samurai weren't really used that much. It was mostly for ceremony purposes. And then also there's a lot of like fantasy monsters and gods and stuff. So I was like, I want this to be my story, and so that's what it's all based on. These Edo period woodblock prints.
Oh man, pretty cool.
Yeah,
find inspiration. You never know where you're gonna find it.
Exactly. We put my story at the caboose, and Rach is our leader in the anthology.
Start us off. Nice. Bill, what about you? I know you've written some novellas and you've written some chunky books. Have you written short stories before?
No. Well, okay. Technically, yes, because my novella started as a short story.
Oh, okay.
And I expanded it or doubled it. But originally, I wasn't going to do a short story. I was just going to do the editing on the Antho. And so Alex, our taskmaster, kept us whipped in place. We had to end of December, and I had from January to the end of March to edit these. There was 10 stories at the time, and I did I did the line editing, part dev edits on some of them, and all that stuff, and then gave it back to them. And then one of the stories, one of the scribes, left the scribes and went and did his other thing, and his story was gone. So we were down to 9, and I kind of surprised Alex because as I was reading them, I picked up something that was going to be with my main series, but it was going to be a separate story. And I just had this first scene that was more of like a separate prologue, like completely separate, not really into the story. And I'm like, I can rework this. So I played with it, and then I just surprised Alex. I go, hey, I got a short story for you if you want to read it. And
nice.
Yeah, and it just kind of worked out that way. So like I wasn't planning to do a story, and I didn't have any really idea until reading all these other stories, and they kind of like inspired me. So
that's awesome.
They tried to surprise us with that by sort of subtly telling us that it had happened, thinking that we were all going to be like, "Oh my god, Bill put a story in," and none of us noticed.
Yep, everyone missed it.
Yeah, no a word. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because when me and Alex were talking about the order of the stories, the movie High Fidelity is one of my favorite movies, and John Cusack, where he's talking about making a mixtape, like the perfect mixtape.
Yep.
So me and Alex were talking, like since I was the only one that read every story besides Alex, I was like, which one would be our killer go-to? Which one would be like a slightly different type of story killer? And then, every album has the ebbs and flows, and then we want to end it strong.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that, and we put it out, and Alex in our Discord chat was like, hey, here's the list of the stories, and mine was towards the end, toward the back end.
Yeah.
And like Rach said, nobody noticed that mine was there. And like later that night, Alex is like, nobody paid attention.
Sorry.
So then did you just tell everybody flat out, or did you just wait until people started noticing?
I don't even
know. Eventually, but I think someone noticed. after a couple days, but I don't remember who.
I honestly think we're all just so self-absorbed about being like, okay, where's my story?
Right, where's my story at?
Anything else? So bad.
I was going to ask about how you picked the order, so that's interesting to hear that was kind of the inspiration. That's actually a good way to think of it, like a mixtape.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a couple things we wanted to do. The first couple stories, we wanted to start off strong, but also kind of give a breadth of the different styles. Like, Rachel's is more serious, while Sean's is kind of funny, and then, just try to give a big mix of storytelling styles and subgenres and that kind of stuff in the first couple chapters. So, yeah, it was the order is very deliberate. I think Pete says it's kind of like a playlist or something. So yeah, we tried.
Well, it probably worked out good, I'm sure. And Greg and Bella, if you guys want to type in the chat how you finished or how you decided on your short stories, go ahead and I'll share with everybody. Let me get to a couple comments here real quick. We got Joe, JC, and Burns here. He said, not sure you call them secret if their names are on screen, but Bella answered it, said because you have secret lives, where you by day you're something else, but then by night or by early morning, whenever you write, you become writers. Let's see, and then I wanted to shout out Mark from the Book Lounge is here. What's up, Mark? Thanks for being here, my friend. Hope you're having a great day as well. So, all right. So tell me a little bit about kind of the process of doing it. So when you were writing your stories, Rachel talked about how you just kind of, some people just went dark into the cave and wrote their story and came back out. Did you guys communicate throughout the whole process, like in a big group chat? Did you kind of talk like more one-on-one about each story? How did you guys communicate about your stories as you were over this year and a half as you were doing everything?
Yeah, so we have a Discord with the Secret Scribes, so we've got a channel for the anthology, and when people were finished with their stories, or if they had ideas they wanted to bounce off everyone, they would, say something in the Discord, and I think a couple of us read everyone's story kind of in the drafting phase and gave some feedback, like developmental edit type stuff, and then that's kind of how it went. And like Rach said, some people total radio silence, and then they're like, oh, here's my story. and so like Bill said, we had end of the year last year deadline for the first drafts, and so for the most part everyone was putting their stuff in early, and there's a couple people I had to go like, hey, it's almost Christmas, where's your story?
Oh yeah.
Overall it was a pretty good process.
That's good.
For me, what I did is, since I was doing the editing, I muted the Anthology channel during the whole time, like during that discussion, because I didn't want to go in knowing anything. Like when I like to do editing stuff, I want to be like a reader, like immersed as a reader. Yeah. I don't want to know key plot points or anything. So I muted the whole thing, and I just relied on Alex to tell me when things were happening or needed to happen. And then they would just they'd emailed me their story, and I kind of looked at the length of these stories and decided how I wanted to do the order of editing, because I knew that we'd obviously be pushed for time in 2 months, because 10 stories in 2 months is kind of a lot, even though it's only 10,000 words.
Right.
It can be a lot. And especially if some of the people ended up sending the stories back after they edited it, I, went through it again, for a second time. And just because he was being a whip in the chain the whole time, I did Alex's story dead last on purpose to keep him waiting, and I left it till the very end just to keep him waiting.
Oh, that's what you got to do, though. But I mean, that makes sense too, because even though, like you said, they're shorter, it's also 10 different writing styles, right? That you got not just one kind of writing style that you're editing. So you got to kind of get your mindset different for each one too. That's a lot.
And not just that, one of the things we did intentionally is, because we're U.S. authors and European authors, we left there are certain style things we kind of aligned, but we left the spellings like color versus color, OU in the different stories. So, Bill and I had a little bit of extra, brain thinking while we're editing to say, okay, well, that's the British way of spelling this word. Or, no, this is an error.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that does take a little bit. I actually I got a couple of books recently from a UK publisher, and I was reading through them, and I kept having to look up what things were, like the stocking hat with the little ball on top. Is it called like a bobbin or something like that? No, maybe it's just this one guy that called it that. But I had to look it up. It was an actual thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it. Because I'm like, what is he taking off of his head? I don't know.
For me, it's not even like it's not the spellings, with the added the U's. It's just the way that U.S. versus British might say move toward, move towards. It's two different types. So, like for me, I was like, wait a second, that doesn't feel right to me.
Right.
In the U.S. So I had to look up a bunch of just the way that they word things just to make sure that I was saying it proper. But then also, like to your point, I don't ever want to take away the authorial voice of the author. Like, so trying to match my suggestions to their voice, that's where the change was. Like, and that's why it took 2 months to do this whole thing, was because 10 different voices, 10 different author styles. So it was definitely it was a fun time, but it was challenging for sure.
Oh yeah, I bet, man. Because you don't want to be that guy that's like editing everything they wrote, but really they wrote it right. You're just editing it into US version or whatever.
Yep.
Like, you don't want to do that for sure. All right. Bella said that she had the story half written sitting in the PC, thought it would be a nice fit for the theme. Also wanted to write something completely different from her books, and it was a bit of a challenge. So that's pretty cool that I think you think of, usually, I mean, I guess now that I'm getting into this more, but as a reader, you just think, oh, cool, all these authors put a short story together. But it also can help you grow as an author so much, writing a different way like that. So I think that's pretty cool to hear that it was tough, but it was a good thing, I think.
Yeah, also working with everybody here, because like a lot of before we really started the Secret Scribes, I think some people had critique partners and things, but me personally didn't really have critique partners. So especially for the short story, it's quite hard sharing your work with other people.
Oh yeah.
And to get that feedback and critique, I mean, it's just priceless. So I think as a group, we've really kind of started to gel with how we give each other feedback and things like that, and it's just super useful. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a huge part. Having a group that you can bounce things off of, and you've been a group long enough now where you've developed friendships, so you can trust each other and kind of say like, hey, you should try this, or this part maybe you should change. Where when you first start working with somebody, maybe you hold back on some of those things. So
Alex does not
really
hold back.
That's what Greg just said. Alex,
I mean, I rewrite something.
Oh man, there you
go.
But
it was worth it because her story has been like the #1 favorite of everyone's. So all that work was worth it.
All right. There you go. All right. So Keys has a good question here, which I want to shift next. He said, this is his first time hearing of everyone. How did the relationship develop? So in a second, I want to talk about how Secret Scribes started and that journey. But first, I do a question of the day every day on my channel, and I like to ask my guests their answers. So today I said, all right, we all love the griffins and the dragons and all the fantastical creatures that we hear about, right? Or the animal companions. But since it's spooky season, I thought of some more kind of horrific horror creatures. Now, which one of these would you want to be your animal companion if you had to pick one? So we've got the chupacabra, I can never say it right, Cerberus. It's the 3-headed dog. Or a chimera, which is the thing that has like a lion's head. Then it's got like a goat midsection, and then a snake as a tail and dragon wings. I don't know if you've seen that thing before. And then my other one was other, so that people could say other if they don't want one of those three. But it'd have to be like a creepy one that people usually are scared of, not that they'd want as an animal companion. But which one would you want to choose if it had to be kind of a spooky season creepy?
Well, I mean, if you're giving us the option of Chimera, that's definitely what I'm going to pick. But those are some good options.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel's Googling right now. That's what she wants to.
Let me see these. I know I should have shared my screen and showed a picture of them so you could see. But
I was going for which one do I think I can either ride or looks most like a cat. These are like the two options.
There you go. And
I feel like of the three you've given, a Chimera seems potentially like something I could ride. So I'm going to go with...
Oh, yeah, you could ride that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that, I think.
I'll join the group. That's the one that I would go with.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for the 3-headed dog, but I'd maybe want a 3-headed like wolf dog.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like a 3-headed dire wolf, so you could ride it too. There you go.
In some descriptions, I think the Cerberus can breathe fire, so...
Yeah, that's true. A lot of good uses there. Very nice. I don't know. Is there any like creepy cat things besides just a black cat for spooky season? I guess I can't think.
Rain's got some in her story. Creepy panther. What are they called again?
Oh, my Donegal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they're pretty mean.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, good answers. All right, Greg said cockatrice. There you go. Keys goes with the chupacabra. All right, man. Those things are mean though. Ooh, Bella Hydra. Now that would be pretty epic, riding one of those around. All right, so why don't you guys take us back in the day when you were just on your lonesome? How did this group kind of start to form and become what is today?
Well, it was our fearless leader Dave, who I think he started it by putting a tweet out on formerly Twitter, RIP, saying, does anyone want to form a indie author group, basically similar to the Break-ins and other similar indie groups, and saying like, I kind of want to do this as well. Who wants in? It was a little bit of a open, I guess, call out, and then there are a few people I think also sort of message individually that they asked, do you want to join this thing? And I think it wasn't necessarily clear at the start what exactly it was going to turn into, how many people were going to join, whether it was just going to be a place for everyone to sort of commiserate and talk about writing, or whether it was going to become more of a thing. And it just kept becoming more of a thing, I think.
That's pretty awesome. So just kept kind of growing from there. That's awesome.
Yeah, Dave has a lot of plans, and the plans are not always thought out. But he definitely was the one who started it. I had previously, before we joined the Scribes, traded Envoys of War for the Autolyx Stone, and we did a quick little beta swap for that. And so I knew him a little bit, and we had that one round of giving each other feedback, and so I was like, yeah, absolutely. I need more critique partners. I need more author friends. So that's what I wanted to join.
That's good. Yeah, I was going to ask if anybody knew each other from before at all. So it sounds like you had a little bit.
Just that one interaction with Dave, and that was it.
Yeah,
I met Dave.
Yeah, well, I got invited from with Rob because Rob had seen Dave's message, and Rob and I had been chatting on Discord. So it's kind of weird, like. Kind of knew I knew Greg as well. I think I've been talking to him on a different Discord. So it just all kind of snowballed really quickly, and then all of a sudden we had a name, a logo, and we're all on Discord chatting, and it just seemed really natural how it all progressed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I met Dave maybe about 6 months before this happened because he paid me on Fiverr to edit his book. Not edit his book, to give him like editorial developmental feedback on it. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know him from Twitter. It was like 4 months later that we followed each other on Twitter. And then a month after he put this tweet out. And then I also got messaged by Rob saying, hey, are you joining this thing? And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not?
That's awesome. Now, before he put that post out, was this like anything you guys thought about doing, or did it really not come to the forefront until you saw that post and thought, well, you know what, that would be cool?
So funnily enough, when Willow Wraith Press came out around the exact same time, I was having that same exact idea with Mike Roberti and Tim Wolf, and it just happened within the same month that Dave put that up, and it was like a very similar concept to what it was at the time. Shifted a little bit, over time, but yeah, it was kind of interesting that it happened for me, joining two groups at the same time like that.
Yeah, that worked out. That worked out pretty good. Two awesome groups to be a part of. A lot of awesome people.
A lot of overlap.
Yeah, that's true as well. So that, how long ago did Secret Scribes start?
April 2024.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a good stretch, year and a half. That's pretty wild. So what's next for your group? You've got this anthology out. What's like down the road? What's some other like cool things you guys want to do all together?
Well, we had talked about another anthology, but I think we're going to have a little break. Because we've got a lot of our individual projects on, and Alex has been majorly he's been doing so much.
And
bags. He's got bags.
I was like, let me publish one more book, and then we could talk about leading another anthology.
Yeah, I think it's a bit wild how much everyone's lives have changed in the last year and a half. There's been a lot of engagements, marriages, pregnancies, children, house moves, and books coming out. So I think it's quite difficult to talk about future of the Secret Scribes when I feel like everyone's put out at least one book in the last year and a half. Some people 3, and it's it's all. I think it's quite hard to know right now because I think there's been a lot of chaos in the last year and a half for everyone in this chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Need time to breathe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what another thing that a group is good for is just supporting each other in your own individual journeys as authors. It's great to have people that are going to shout out your stuff, that are going to check out your things and give you critique them and give you feedback. And just rooting for you. It's awesome to have each other. So I think that part's just cool on its own. Yeah. So
we share each other's covers and stuff before they're finalized, which that's great because everybody sees a slightly different thing, and talking about font colors and all that kind of stuff. It's just really good to bounce those off each other.
Oh yeah. For sure. That's another really good point. Yeah.
And we get to see the covers before anyone else.
I know. Yeah. And you guys all have some really nice covers too. All right. Greg said that he's always gravitated to author groups, mostly of the critique sort. Loves trying to help others grow and do the same. That's true. That's a good way to look at it too. Very nice. All right. So let's talk covers. So this cover is very cool. Done by one of the Secret Scribes, of course. So tell me a little bit about, first let's talk about the title, Locks and Keys. So that theme, that title, was that something from the start, or was it after you read the stories? Was it when you were trying to think of a title that you just went with it? How'd the title come up, first of all?
Well, so the theme of Locks and Keys was something we agreed on before we started writing the stories.
Okay.
And so it kind of gave us a little bit of direction, although it's a very loose theme and everyone interpreted having locks, keys, and secrets very differently, which is kind of a fun way to, go through the stories and say, okay, well, where is this theme and whatnot. And then the title itself, it took us a while. We were almost done. We were done with edits to come up with exactly what we wanted to call the anthology. We were just kind of calling it an anthology up to that point. And, I think the important thing was both tying the theme in and making sure that people knew it was an anthology, because short story collections are different than the novels we all are usually writing. So we wanted to very specifically say it's an anthology on the title.
Smart.
But Lamia did all these drawings, and they're wonderful. So, and if I don't know if you can see, but there's the black and white different images are all, each one is from a different one of our stories, and they're kind of a key piece of some of the stories.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the cool Easter eggs you can see is, each of those shadowy images is from one of our stories.
That's really cool. Greg said to tell us about the poem being shaped like a keyhole.
Oh, yeah. Open to the poem on like the first couple second page or whatever. Yeah, so I wrote this poem to kind of I was wondering about doing kind of an introduction or a foreword or something, and I was like, screw it. It never sounded good, so I wrote a little poem instead. And if you look just right, it looks like a keyhole.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
I didn't know
That's
that.
pretty cool. Did you think about that before you wrote it? Or did you think about it after?
Greg actually noticed it. He's like, hey, if you just kind of shape these words a little bit different, it'll look like a keyhole. I was like, done.
Done. That's pretty cool, man.
Very subtle, but yeah.
I'm too subtle with the stuff I do. Whatever.
Alex is always too subtle.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So when you were designing the cover, was that just something like where you kind of just let Lamia do it, and then you guys kind of all looked at it and gave feedback, or did everybody give feedback before you told her kind of what you wanted to do?
Yeah, we brainstormed a couple of ideas, but basically she went with whatever design she was inspired by. And then once she decided that she was going to put, those little black and whites of something from each of our stories, then she messaged us and say, hey, what would be the best thing for us to show from your story?
Except for mine. Mine came very, 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 very late. Because, again, nobody knew I was doing a story. Yeah. So I suggested the dragon eye and the keyhole up there.
Nice. I like it.
My little fit. But just to put to that as well, this is hand-drawn on paper, not
which is crazy.
So she did it all by hand, while she was raising a baby. Which
this was as she gave birth. So,
it's very impressive. It looks awesome.
I just say, like, when I got my copy, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, because the paperback, I don't think you really get it until you have the paperback. But then when you get the paperback, it's like, wow, it's just just stunning.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is when you see it in the flesh, right? And I mean, it looks great online, but everything when you hold it in your hand, it's always so much better.
I'm such a paperback lover. I love the physical books, and I spent a lot of time on the formatting, and each of the chapters has the author's name on the top and their story title and stuff, and that's just not something you see in ebooks. It just strips out all that information. So it's a lot of fun details that you can include in the paperbacks.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, I love physical books. Obviously, you guys know that.
Do you?
I know, right? It's hard to tell. But that's well done, you guys. This is an awesome anthology. It looks great, and I'm excited to get through all the stories because they all sound like a blast. So I think you guys have created something that you can be proud of, and that is always going to be there. That you guys can look back and remember that as a group you made something like this, and I think that's pretty awesome. All right, so let's shift gears. Go ahead.
We're still together, so that's a good.
Oh yeah. No, just the beginning. So why don't we take a minute real quick here to just go through, and I would love for each of you to have a chance to talk about what kind of books you write on your own, so that people can know what you write and check out your own stuff. So let's just start with Alex and kind of go around. Alex, start us off. What books do you write?
The Autolytic Stone was my debut, and it's kind of a younger adult fantasy, epic fantasy novel, kind of an adventure story. And then I have another book that I want to finish writing. I was telling Chris the struggles of being a new parent, but it's going to be a D&D style murder mystery. So, kind of.
Cover is amazing. Cover's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I already have the cover done, but I need to finish writing it. So it's kind of a slightly different genre, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot sillier than my more serious Autolytic Stone.
There was some good humor in there still mixed in, though.
Yeah,
so I can tell you can write the funny stuff. I'm excited, man. That sounds good. Rachel, what about you?
Yeah, sorry, I briefly disappeared to actually get copies of my book from
that's okay.
the pile that's over there.
Well.
Yeah, because I never hold them up on camera and then I feel silly for not doing it. But I have one completed trilogy out, and this I would describe as a dark fantasy following a thief, so sort of similar to Mistborn, if you're that kind of vibe, with a little bit of romance, but in the first book it's barely any, probably like 10%, and then it sort of grows and gets a little bit more romantic, and the romantic subplot sort of takes up more of the plot as the trilogy goes on. So yeah, that's a completed trilogy. It also has hardbacks that have this kind of style if you prefer that vibe.
So sharp.
And then about 7 weeks ago, this book, To Touch of Silent Fury, came out. This is also sort of a dark-leaning fantasy. It's a bit more romantic. It's more epic in scale. It follows like a scholar who has to complete her marriage fate in order to unlock her magic, and the dragon prince who is trying to stop her. It's a dual POV. And yeah, those are my books. Those are the books that I have out.
It hit 1,000 ratings the other day.
Yes, it just hit 1,000 ratings. This one did.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A couple of days ago.
Oh man, there it is. Oh, what's going on with my applause? It's a little choppy, but that was supposed to be a full round of applause. There it is.
I got it. It's okay.
All right, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, now it's not going to stop. All right, awesome. Lorraine, what about you?
So I'm writing at the moment book 3, but I have got 2 books out. I've got the Grantia's Guardian, which you start off learning about what Grantia is. It's a realm, it's a queendom, and you're learning the story through 2 characters, Criterius, who is the Guardian, and also the other POV is a young boy called Pilt, who ends up in Grantia. Halfway through, you get another point of view thrown in, which is Palomina. She's my sexy snake lady. And all the fun and games, learning about what's coming to them. There's a god's war, and they're pretty much in ignorance of what's going on. But yeah, we've got Queen Valardis, her cousin Melaine. There's characters at the inn. There's a mysterious ship called the Lady Cross. The Dunnigar, those beasts. So there's quite a lot of mix of, it's an epic fantasy, but it starts and it continues on to book 2. Book 2 has got my lovely Princess Melaine on the cover, and it's Grantia's Fury. So by that, you can guess that there's some sort of battle stuff coming to Grantia, and it's how they cope with what's happening. And and then book 3 is hopefully soon in 2006, which will be Grantia's Fate. So
Nice.
There's three books at the moment, but then there will be book 4, book 5. But it's kind of like, this is kind of like a trio starting, books of the series, because there's going to be loads more.
Very cool. That's
And
exciting.
she has a novella that she's dying for me to edit.
Yes. And you said it soon.
I know,
November.
Get it, Bill.
Yeah, novella's Davga, so he's a character he's going to be in book 4. So it's like his almost pre-story story to him coming into book 4. But there's a lot. The novella, I absolutely loved it. That's kind of what I've been working on this whole year, because we were moving house and it's been a bit chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
But I put a lot of energy into the novella, and I think it's some of my best writing. So I'm really excited for that to come out next year as well.
Heck yeah, that's very cool. I love novellas like in between bigger books, so I think that's cool that you did that. That's awesome. Very cool. Timothy Wolf is here. He says happy Wednesday, and he's very concerned that we can't see Bill. But don't worry, Timothy. Bill is okay. He just his camera's not working.
You turned into a werewolf.
Yeah. Your camera's not. Your camera's off.
It's showing on my screen. I've been on the whole time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, we just see like a little circle. There you are. Now you're on.
I was literally on my screen the whole time.
I'm like, man, I guess because you said I don't know where my camera is. I'm like, oh, must never have found it.
No,
we should have said something. Sorry, man.
I obviously didn't have the YouTube up, but yeah, on my screen I was on the whole time.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, that's good to know, so that I can tell someone, hey, do you know your camera's off?
Wow, okay.
Well, I was getting ready to hold your books up for you when you talked about your stuff, but yeah, there you are. All right, go ahead and talk about your stuff.
I write in many different genres. So my first book was a co-authored middle grade book called The Tenacious Tale of Tana the Tender Sword with Dewey Conway. Just a fun little adventure story with a grumpy chronicler and a very hyperactive champion. And this was actually a SBFBO 10 finalist, first middle grade book to ever get there, which was kind of cool, a lot of fun. And then I got these Chonky Boys, which is very chonky series. This is The God's Blood Tragedy is the first book. It's been described by some people as Sanderson fanfic. In one of my favorite reviews.
There's some similarities for sure.
But it's sci fantasy, and there is, I mean, obviously any part of it, there's a lot of magic systems in it, and one of the magic systems can be similar to Mistborn. And there is a poisonous mist in the world. Ooh, whatever. Sanderson fanfic. That's going to be a 4-book series, but I'm taking kind of a break from it because they are very long to write and have other stories to tell. And then I have a dystopian novella, which is called Unlucky Evens, Cursed Odds. This was fun. This is the one where I wrote it as a challenge to get in Writers of the Future. I don't know if you're familiar with concept. So I wrote it as a short story to get in there, and then people liked it. And I had some other critique partners read it. And they're like, you should make this a novella. And, after seeing some success by some of my, especially Tim Wolf with his novella and stuff, like I was like, I could do this, as a challenge. Yeah. And then I just finished and I'm about to gear up the release for a standalone that I've been working on, like in my brain for almost 10 years now. It's called Death Show Colossus. Nice. It's The Running Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, meets Shadow of the Colossus. And it's that's been sweet. A blast to write. And I kind of did create my own Cosmere, so my fanfic continues. It's same universe as God's Blood.
Cool.
And the cover is so cool.
Yeah, the cover is really nice.
Oh, yeah, man. You're gonna like the cover. Well, as everyone can see watching, I mean, we got some talented people here. I mean, these covers, they've seen them one by one. They're all amazing. Let me show, since they're in the chat, where do they got them here? We got Greg G.J. Terral, this beautiful book, Bloodwoven here, an awesome trilogy. Then we got Bella Dunn's The Dream's Thief right here, another beautiful cover. And many other books.
Herself as well.
I know, which is crazy. It looks so good. And then he's not here, but people have probably seen this cover around. Rob Sanders, Ari Sanders, that beautiful sword right there, Demon's Tear. And then I do have Sean O'Boyle's book, but I'm not sure where it is. Whoops. And here's Dave's book. He's got a new cover for this, though, The Envoys of War.
This is Sean's The Ballad of Cricket the Bard and Company.
Yes, there it is. Nice. So just amazing covers, amazing writers. It's just an impressive group that you guys have. So awesome stuff. All of their books, like I said, you can find all their stuff linked down below in the description. So be sure to check out not only the anthology, but all of their individual works as well. E.L. Montague's here. Sorry, man, with the daytime lives, but we got all these people from all over the world coming here to hang out. We got to pick the best time possible. But thanks for being here, E.L. We appreciate it. All right, so now I like to ask questions that can help us get to know all writers outside of writing. So we'll do roundtable with this, and Bella and Greg, if you guys are available too in the comments, you can answer as well. So first question, we're going to start off easy is, what is everyone's favorite color? You guys can go whatever order you want.
Green.
Red.
Green and red, all right.
I'm an orange person.
Orange, nice. I don't think I've ever had anyone say orange. That's
yeah, I
that's
just have
awesome.
to be different, you know. Such a pick.
I like orange. I like orange. Greg says gray. Gray. I think
It's
remember
not a
that from when you were.
He's also spelled it wrong. He spelled it the wrong way, so that was in
I
agree.
the
Wrong spelling.
Oh, GJ. Purple. I'm not surprised. I was gonna say I think Bella's is purple. There you go. All right. Next one, favorite food. So if you guys were all going out to eat and each of you got to pick what you were going to eat, what are you picking? What's everybody's favorite food?
Steak.
Ooh, nice choice.
Sushi.
Nice choice.
We go
sushi, nice.
Steak dinner for our birthdays. It has to be steak.
Oh yeah, for sure. Steak, sushi. What else we got?
I think I'm a bit of a mood eater, but I'll lean sushi this time.
Okay.
Good choice.
And if we're going comfort and something I can eat every day would be pizza. But favorite food would probably be chicken vindaloo.
Oh, what is that? I've never heard of that.
It's Indian food. Very spicy.
Wow.
Very,
okay.
very spicy.
Vietnamese is a great shout from Greg. I think that.
Oh yeah, he said.
3.
Yeah, he goes from one side to the other. Vietnamese or hot dogs. He said. Bella says pasta. So there you go. Timothy's still laughing at the hot dogs. But yeah, I mean, let's see, pasta, sushi, steak. You could find somewhere with that. The Vietnamese and Indian food, that might be harder though, but still, that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. All right, next one. So this one you guys have to think about. We'll have to go one by one for this one, but so I know that you're all great writers or editors or cover designers, all these things you do, but what's a talent or a hobby that you have that we don't know about that you want to share with us? Who's got one? Who wants to go first? Everybody focuses on the talent for this. It can be a hobby, just something you like to go do in your spare time, or things you like to collect, or things you're interested in. So it doesn't have to be a talent. That's what everyone tries to think of right away. It doesn't have to be.
I'm a parent of 2 young kids. I don't have hobbies anymore.
You're already doing your hobbies, right? Writing and editing.
That's the only thing that I have going for me right now, Chris, is the books.
That's a pretty good one. That's fair. But I'm sure you have other things that you do.
Not really.
Or what about pre-kids, before kids came and took away all your sunshine?
It was writing and reading. It really was.
Okay, that's good. Well, then that's good that you're still doing it.
It's the only thing that keeps me sane in this world.
So I play video games, and I also play Magic the Gathering sometimes. So I've got an extensive collection.
That's good. That's a good combo. Greg says he's a better than average pickleball player and also freestyle rapping. I did not know that when you came on last time, Greg, or I would have made you do some freestyle rapping live. Bella says, got into miniatures during the pandemic. There you go. Oh, yeah. See, life gets busy, but miniatures, that takes a lot of work. That's pretty cool.
I don't really have a hobby either, apart from writing, but I work in a pub. Like, I own a pub with my husband, so
which is very cool.
Yeah, I guess my talent is pouring pints. I
think it's more the community and your personality. I think that's what people love, I would think.
Yeah, I'm the good cop, and my fella, when we're working together, he's the grumpy one, and he's the one muttering under his breath, going rah, 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 and I'll be like, "Hi, how are you?" Like, try to ignore him.
Oh yeah. That works good together.
It works. It's like Faulty Towers. It's like you're the couple in Faulty Tower.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. All right, that's pretty cool. How long have you had your pub for?
Oh well, I think we've had it for about 8-9 years.
Wow.
He worked for the previous owner, so
Okay.
he's about 3 years off being there 20 years. So
Wow.
he's been there way too long. That's probably why he's grumpy,
Yeah, that explains the grumpiness.
But yeah,
What's the? Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just really hard work. It's full
Oh yeah, I bet.
We do lots of food. Greg's been and Bella's been. They've come and visited me in the pub.
Nice.
Great.
That's cool.
So it's always there. If you're ever in Edinburgh, you can come and see me.
All right. What's the thing to get there? What do you think is like your best entree or whatever to order?
Well, we do lots of really nice food, but we've got a really cool haggis fritters, and we do a really, really nice steak pie. It's delicious.
Oh, okay.
Can you show some of the pictures of these dishes? And they're like gourmet, like they look real good.
Our chefs are amazing. They're just we've like our staff. We've had most of especially the kitchen staff, because it's always really difficult to get good kitchen staff. But a lot of these guys have worked for us for years, so it's like a little crazy family. Yep, Greg liked to.
Very good.
Fritters.
That's awesome. I think that's a pretty cool. I mean, that's your job. I guess it's not a hobby, but I think that's pretty awesome that you guys do that. I'm sure if it's been there that long, it's kind of a staple in the community that you're in.
Yeah, we get brilliant reviews, and we're on the we're not in the main hub of Edinburgh, so we get tourists that are coming down to the Botanic Gardens, which is nice because it's not as crazy busy as uptown where all the castle and everything is. Because I think if we were up there, we wouldn't have that nice, quiet kind of mix of locals and tourism, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's more like a local pub. It's a good old school pub. It's nice.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's awesome. All right, Rachel, what about you?
You've given me so much time to think, and I still think I'll come up with a fun talent or hobby like after this has ended. But like all of my actual hobbies that I do on a regular basis are all indoor introverted classics, like Dungeons and Dragons, video games. Nice. I love films. I'm like obsessed with my Letterboxd account. Within 10 minutes of finishing a film, I have to like write a review of it and like rate it. And
I just heard about Letterboxd recently. That's pretty cool. I got to get into that.
Yeah, if you're the kind of sort of slightly autistic nerd that likes to record everything that you do in every format and like put it in spreadsheets, and yeah, it's good.
It's where to go. Oh man! All right. Well, what's your so Alex and Rachel, I guess for this, what's some of your favorite video games?
Oh, it's such a hard question.
There's a lot of really good ones. I think Witcher 3 is one of the best games of all time. Oh, yeah. The Cyberpunk game is also really, really good. I've been playing a game called Dark and Darker, which is kind of like a fantasy PvP, Last Man Standing type game, which is fun. Yeah, there's so many good games.
There's a lot.
I think I grew up with a mixture of sort of farming sims. So I played Harvest Moon as a child, and then that has progressed into now having an unhealthy obsession with Stardew Valley. It's classic. And then I also I grew up really enjoying the Fable games. So Fable and Black and White, like the Lionheart Studios games. They really enjoyed playing with morality. And I think at the same time I was probably playing like Knights of the Old Republic, which also had a system of your character having like almost a frame between good and evil, and you could choose wherever on that you wanted to go, and there were consequences. So I feel like strong senses of like justice, morality, and good versus evil, which probably just pandered to then becoming a fantasy writer. But yeah, I think that's where I started, and since then I still enjoy. I had a sort of an MMO phase, so I had a World of Warcraft phase when I was sort of 12 to 20, which I've now abandoned, but largely RPGs, not a lot of shooters, and not anything that requires a distinct amount of skill, because I have skill issues with every game. You'll never catch me playing Dark Souls. I can't do it.
Oh yeah, those are such hard games. Tim said he wants to play Baldur's Gate 3. Same here, but he's afraid he'll stop writing for months. It does seem like it'll suck you in. Anybody play that?
Definitely up there for one of the best games of all time. It's really good. If you know the D&D style combat system, that's like the only barrier to entry. Everything else is great.
Oh man, yeah, I've heard really good things. Lorraine and Bill, have you guys ever been gamers or had? I know, Bill, you have no time for games now, but before kids.
No, I used to play all the Final. I was like Rach, RPGs, Final Fantasy.
Yep, me too.
That type of stuff. KOTOR was one of the best games ever. Like, I didn't even have a Xbox. I borrowed one of my buddies, but the first KOTOR game it's hard to surpass that. Once you get off planet, that prison planet for like the first 10 hours, it just becomes amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't like I tried playing a few Final Fantasies like recently because we've been talking about it in the Discord chat. So I was like, yeah, let's go back and play some of those. But I just don't sit anymore and play like I used to. Like the last game I would just sit and play was Skyrim, which was 2011.
Oh yeah,
so
that's a good one too.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Well, and games are just getting so long too. There's just so much, and like it gets hard. I have a hard time with the games that are open world and have all the side quests. Like I'm not a completionist person, but like if I walk by this dude that's sitting on the ground, he needs help. I'm gonna have to help him, even if he's not part of the main quest. I can't say no. So I get caught on that, and then I'm like, I got to be really far in my progress now, and it says like 3%. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to stop helping people. What about you, Lorraine? Did you ever get into any video games?
Definitely played them before my son. When my husband, well, he's not my husband, but when we got together, we used to play Grand Theft Auto quite a lot together.
Yeah, nice.
So I loved the driving parts, like of the game. But
did you follow the rules? Did you stop at traffic lights?
Yeah, did you stop at the lights?
I did that.
How many times did you run from the cops?
I was the one running over the hookers and stuff. Yeah. So I would do the driving to the missions, and then if it was a shoot 'em up part, he would take over, and then I would do the runaway. Like I was great for sticking the cops.
You were the getaway driver.
Driving was hard. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I also used to play like Sim City and The Sims and things like that as well. So.
Oh yeah, Sims. That's
The Sims. I was addicted to that for ages.
I'm with Keys. I did not expect you to say GTA. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is a fun game. That's another game that it's easy to just get off track really easy and just start doing crazy things.
Hours. You would just be like, "Oh, look at this! Look at that!" Yeah. What am I doing?
I know. I know. Oh man, yep, for sure. All right. Okay, next question. So think back, you guys. What was everybody's first job that you got a paycheck for? So I mean, babysitting counts too if that was your first job, but not like doing work in the yard for your parents or whatever, but like where you went to a place and worked and got paid for it. What was your first job?
So my first job was being a line coach for soccer. Oh
wow.
Football for those overseas. I was terrible at it, but I got at least one paycheck from it.
And then they're like, "You don't know what you're doing. Get out of here." Oh man.
Yeah,
let me ask this real quick.
No.
Keys wants to know if you knew his cheat codes.
No.
She was just that good, Keys. She was just that good. All right, sorry, Rachel, go ahead.
No, you're all good. Mine will make more sense to Lorraine than other people in terms of like significance. But I was in a TV advert when I was 14 years old. I used to want to be an actress, and it didn't go too well. But I was in one advert, and it was for Tesco Mobile.
Ooh,
okay.
So random.
But
yeah.
All right, I'm going to find this so that I can link it in the description down below.
No, I can't even find it. I think I'm quite good in like internet sleuthing. I feel like surely I should be able to find it. It should be buried somewhere on YouTube somewhere.
Man.
And I can't find it. It's gone. Which
crazy.
Is probably a good thing. But I'm only in it for about 2 seconds and I got paid £700. So
hey,
wow.
Heck yeah. That's a pretty exciting first gig. That's awesome. Very cool. All right. Bill, Lorraine, who wants to go next?
I worked in a fruit and veg shop. I came from Pennycook, which is a place just outside Edinburgh, and I think must have been about 15, 16, and it was a summer job, and I hated it. Well, I'm really tiny as well, so I'm really, really tiny, and there was all these big women, and they used to be horrible to me and make me grab the sack of tatties, and I'd have to pour the tatties into the big unit thing, and I'm like heaving it along, and they're like, "Yeah, hurry up." Yeah, they're mean.
That sounds terrible. No wonder you went home and played some Grand Theft Auto.
Order people around being in The Sims, I've made them feel rubbish.
Yeah, right. There you go. I can't see you making anybody feel rubbish, but
No.
that sounds like a terrible first job. I'm glad you didn't stay there long. Hopefully,
but the thing is, not very many of the people in my year had a job, so I did feel quite proud that I got a summer job, and it started there. I worked every summer after that, so
that's good. Making that money.
£1.75 an hour.
Oh my goodness, I know. It's crazy. Sometimes when I tell my kids how little we used to make when we were their age, they're like, "What? I wouldn't work for that." I'm like, "You would if that was your only choice."
Yeah, exactly.
If you wanted to go places. Bill, what about you, man?
If we're gonna go first ever job, I was stuffing envelopes with like advertisements for my sister's gymnastics place.
Oh man.
There was like 3 of us, and there was like 6 different types of papers that they put in the envelopes, and we had to walk around the table and grab them and shove them in and go. Did that for like a week. That was not a fun week.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I think I had to have been like 12 or 13.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, you're not able to get much work at that age. So I mean,
No.
hopefully you got paid somewhat decent for that age. Hopefully you thought it was worth it.
Probably not. Probably
You
not.
just got some sushi.
No.
Oh man. All right. Very cool. Bella says straight working in the lab. So must have just got right down to business.
Yeah, straight to the science. Wow.
Yeah. She wasn't messing around. All right, next question. Same thing. Think back to that time frame. What was everybody's first car? What was your first ride?
Ford Escort. It had a little spoiler on the back. It was black. Spoiler. It was very good. It was used, and yeah, it served me well. And then the dashboard light melted in one of the Texas summer days.
Oh, nice. That'll do it. That'll do it.
I didn't pass my test until I was like 22, 23, so like 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
And then I only had a car for 3 years, and then I moved to London and didn't need one, so I sold it. But the one car that I have had was a Mini 1 specifically, and it was in a lovely little like light blue color, and it was very nice. But yeah, I only had a car for about 2 years total in my entire life.
Now, did you wait to get it that long, or did you fail the driving test?
Oh no, failed a lot.
No.
I failed my driving test 3 times before I passed. I don't think I should have passed. Yeah, one time I managed to get.
Anymore, Rach.
Yeah, there was one time where I got 3 majors and 19 minors, which, if you know anything about the UK driving system, is impressively bad. I almost have enough minors to fail on minors alone, but thankfully they were in all the different categories. So I was basically just really bad at everything, and then dangerously bad at a couple of things. That was my first one. That was when I was about 18 years old. And then I went to uni, forgot about it for 3 years, came back, failed a couple more driving tests, and then I passed. So it wasn't great. Me and driving, I hate driving, and it hates me.
Does anybody watch SpongeBob? Anybody here? No.
I've seen a couple episodes.
All right. Well, SpongeBob. Does everybody at least know who SpongeBob is?
Yes.
Okay, so he's a terrible driver at boating school, and he always is in driving school, and he always fails. And then there's eventually an episode where the driving instructor is so like terrified of being in the car with him and so sick of him coming, they just pass him so that they don't have to have him come anymore. That's just what I was thinking of, Rachel.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It was with different driving instructors. So
Oh, it was?
I,
Okay, so at
at
least it
least
wasn't
the
the
last
same one.
one, it was the first experience with me, and they passed me. And I think the only reason I passed is because it was raining so heavily. It was basically a storm outside.
Oh,
So I
no.
got away with being really hesitant and
gave you some
anxious because they
slack.
assumed it was because of the weather, but it wasn't.
Oh,
It's just
no.
because I was a bad driver. But I passed, so it's fine.
That's good. That's good. Sean O'Boyle's here. What's up, Sean? Thanks for being in here, man. Appreciate it. We showed off your book earlier so that people can check it out if they want it in the description. All right, Bill and Lorraine, what about you guys?
Mine, Hank the Tank, was a 1987 Grand Prix Pontiac, and it was a tank. I backed into a basketball pole, no dent on the bumper.
Oh, wow.
I hit a light post with the door, and it didn't move. And I actually knocked over a number of. I probably shouldn't have had my license either. Let's put it
I was gonna say,
but we got that thing. It was like those cars were the big boats in the 80s. You know, they looked like pimp cars, and it was like pimp gold. Like it was like a gold color, and it was ugly, but it was a great car. It was a great car.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it kept you safe for sure.
Well, I probably could have rolled a few times and still not have done any damage to the car.
It would have just landed right side up, and you just keep driving.
Right.
Yep, that's true. Sean, let us know in the chat what your first car was, my friend. Lorraine, what about you?
Well, I've never owned a car. I passed my test for a job. My job was in Spain, like a little island of Spain called Menorca. I worked for a tour group, and I had to learn to drive to go about between all these different hotels.
Mm-hmm.
So I was here 1 minute learning to drive on this side of the road. And then when I arrived there, they gave me the keys and went, off you go. And I was like, what? I can't drive. So I was very much, that, kind of how I described me driving in the game. That's kind of how I was driving in Menorca. And also at that time in Spain, they don't kind of park very well, which was great. I park up the verges and all like lopsided and stuff, but that's the way you do it over there. But when you come back and realize, oh, I can't do that, I kind of gave up driving when I came back, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
safety reasons probably. So it's been about 25 years or so since I've driven.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah. I don't know if
it's so different in the UK. Like it's just so much less of a need to drive.
Oh yeah,
depending on where you live, of course. But like in major cities, you actually kind of don't need to drive a lot of the time.
In Edinburgh, you don't. If you're living in the centre, working in the centre, you definitely don't need to drive because there's buses and trams, and it's just.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people come over here and can't believe how good our transport system is. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. Like, if I don't think I like driving enough to drive if I didn't have to, so I get that decision for sure. That's nice. Sean said he had a 2003 Ford Fiesta. I remember those. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot about, those Ford Fiestas. Oh man. All right. So pretty soon we'll have to wrap it up. My kids are going to go home from school soon, but I have some either or questions I want to ask you guys where you have to pick one or the other, okay? So here we go. So first one, Star Wars or Star Trek? Which is better?
Star Wars.
Nice. Was that a whole, everyone said Star Wars?
I think so.
I think so. Nice.
Alex
okay.
Sure. Alex is on the fence.
I know he's thinking about it.
It's Star Wars is a lot of fun. Star Trek is a little bit more, hits on the technical side, a little bit more serious topics. They both have their merits.
You got to pick one. You can't be down the middle, Alex.
All right, I'll go with Star Wars, but excluding a lot of content.
That's fair. Bella also says Star Wars. There we go. All right. Next one, DC or Marvel?
Ooh, tricky.
I know.
I'm gonna go with DC because Yeah, I love Superman.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, DC, I think.
Okay.
I'll go Marvel. I feel like some DC content has been really good recently, but I just feel like the megalith that is Marvel has maybe like it maybe pips it in terms of like the number of films that films that I've seen that I've enjoyed is higher than the number of there's just more content.
Oh, absolutely. There's only like 2 good DC films or something.
Yeah,
so.
You're talking movies, definitely Marvel.
Oh yeah, if it's just movies, definitely Marvel. Although I like what James Gunn is doing, but if you go comics, then I would say DC, just because I love Batman.
Or cartoons.
Or cartoons, yeah, their cartoons are really good. Their animated movies, really good. All right, nicely done. Okay, so everyone's played games at some point, so let's start with layer. Let's layer this either or. So first, PC gaming or console gaming?
PC.
Oh, I'm glorious PC master race here.
Okay.
I built my own computer, PC for gaming, from the ground up.
Oh man! All right, so we're, the first time we're divided here. We've got PC and we've got some console. Okay. All right.
I'll probably go console then for the Grand Theft Auto games.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Sean says PC. Okay, so let's say then for console, Nintendo or Sega. Let's go way back.
Oh man!
Oh, Sega for me. We had a Sega.
Yeah, me too.
Genesis
was Hedgehog was my favorite game for so long.
Yep.
I love Sega and I love Sonic the Hedgehog, but I think I'm gonna have to go Nintendo just because I had more staying power.
I'm gonna say Nintendo as well because I'm so young, and so Nintendo has more relevance in my life. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Post Sega generation.
From the age here.
Let's move a little newer. What about PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
We have a PlayStation here, so yeah.
I've never owned either, but PlayStation.
I've only owned an Xbox and PlayStation.
They do have better exclusives, I think. I think that's fair.
It is just better. It is
the controller is better, but for PlayStation. The Xbox, the first Xbox controller was like...
it's so weird. Yeah, it feels funky. Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Xbox is really good for like online content and that kind of stuff. But
the Game Pass thing is really nice. That's true. And like they're better with PC stuff too than PlayStation. So they have their things. Ooh, Bella said Xbox, only one. Bella likes the Xbox. Although, yeah, that's true. Halo's going to come to PS5 now. They're going to redo it. So that'll be interesting. All right, very cool. All right, so now last question I want to ask you guys. What was the last thing everyone read?
Okay. That's easy for me. We just did a story. What was it? A book club video on an ambitious woman and her very normal pet. This was a lot of fun. It was about
that cover's awesome. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah. It's Poppy Alexander's. A.J. Alexander's wrote it under a pen name for Derby.
Okay.
But it's about the first scene is a necromancer being put to death, and then she gets a second chance, and she wants to be a farmer.
Cool.
So right up into Rachel's farm simulator. That's kind of what the first half of the book is like.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, nice. Did you like it too, Bill?
Yeah, it was really interesting because what Alex didn't explain. He said it's the Derby, but this Inkfurt Derby, what the process is there's 100 authors, then they get assigned a pen name, a title, and a cover. And they have 4 months to write, market, or publish and market the book. So Poppy came up with this book and wrote it in 4 months and all that stuff. So it was not what I expected. And it was a cozy little necromancer romance type story that was just a lot of fun.
Oh, man, that sounds good. All right.
I'm glad it was our pick of the month. So
yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to check it out. All right, Lorraine, Rachel, what about you guys?
I finished Empire of the Damned by J. Christoph.
Nice.
I'm so excited about getting my copy
Yes.
in November.
Me
And
too.
I'm going to see him as well in Edinburgh, do his talk.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
yeah, I'm
cool.
just like a mega fan now.
Oh yeah, he
He's
seems like he'd be fun to watch at an event for sure.
Yeah, it's at the end of November, so I'm going to be totally excited about that.
Heck yeah, that's exciting.
You're gonna
Very
love
cool.
Dawn. Dawn was so good, so good.
Oh, stop it! I'm so jealous. I just want to read it now.
I know. Me too. Me
So
too.
good.
I can't wait. All right, Rachel.
Yeah, so the most recent book I finished was Fourth Wing, actually, because I hadn't read it
Oh.
when there was all of the hype coming out, and I've just written an epic fantasy which has romance and dragons, and I realize it's kind of maybe dumb for me not to know what like my main dragon romantasy competition might be, and whether or not I can like whether or not I can sort of say like it's like Fourth Wing but more like this, or it's like you know, I can differentiate myself from the market leader in maybe that area, and I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. There were a couple of parts that I didn't like, but a couple parts that I didn't vibe with. But overall, the pacing is crazy. Like it doesn't slow down, so I've got to give it a lot of points for that. Like it's quite a long book, and I finished it in about 3 days just because it's so like one thing to the next thing to the next.
Yeah,
so, yeah, it was good.
Well, that's good.
And I'm currently reading Greg's next book. I don't know, he's got so many projects on the go, but I'm reading one of his books that is not yet out, and about halfway through that. So that's what I'm reading at the moment.
Nice.
It's really good.
Exciting. Okay, very cool. Sean said his last read was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I've never read that one, but I know what it is. Have any of you guys read that one?
No,
me neither. And then I think this is the title of the book. I assumed it was, and I'm like, wait, because Bella was talking about her kids were voting for the things she was putting. I'm like, oh wait, is that like one of her kids' names? But I think that's the book. Morgan is my name. I haven't heard of that one. Have you guys heard of that? I'll have to look that one up. All right, very cool. Well, you guys, this has been a blast. You know that I love all of you guys. I think you're all awesome. I love all of your books individually, and to have this anthology is pretty awesome. I'm excited to get through it. I'm excited for the world to see it, but also just for you guys to keep releasing your own books and for more people to find out about how awesome you guys all are. I have Bill coming on in November. Finally, we're going to get to chat. And Rachel, Lorraine, I want to have you guys on eventually. Sean, I just looked at the chat like I'm looking at where Sean actually is. I should look at the camera. Sean, I want to have you on too. I do that all the time. I'll say thank you live chat, but it's the same place. But anyway, you guys are awesome. I'm excited for everything you each have going on and together. So thank you guys for making time to come on here. I really appreciate it. And
yeah, thanks so much.
Congrats on everything. Yeah, of course, anytime. Oh yeah. So
Lock the Keys released yesterday, so go ahead and look it up on Amazon and ebook, paperback, and on Kindle Unlimited.
There you go. It is in the description down below, so grab it, everybody. And is there anything anybody that's in here wants to shout out about their own stuff? Anything upcoming that you want to shout out before we go?
It's Rob's birthday today, I think. So I think we should
happy
say
birthday, Rob.
He won't see this until later, but that's a scribe-related shout-out.
I love it. There you go. I wish Greg was in here. We can make him freestyle rap a happy birthday song.
Next time.
Oh, man. Next time. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, everybody in the live chat. You guys were awesome. Thank you. If you're watching this on replay, again, everything's in the description. Not only Locks and Keys, but everybody's books. So go check them out. These are awesome people, and they are fantastic writers. So check out their stuff. But I will see you in the next one. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, as I always say, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see everybody.